Hey guys, what's up? How's everyone's afternoon? We are back at it again with another stream. We are going to be tattooing some white ink on black ink. It is a fucking cool process.
Market Cap has said yo.
What's up, Adam?
Bro?
I'm busy doing some white on black. It's going to be a little bit of a challenge to see it.
LUT.XYZ said brother looks like he's ready for operation.
Operation. I love you. I miss you and I'm thinking about you.
Jeffrey Market Cap has said Operation White Ink.
This is the same gent I was blacking out last week. Cool, so it's 3 o'clock, so we'll be done at
and ready to polish my boot with Spammer S.
Welcome back, John. Always a pleasure to have you on board. Hey, Joe Marie, how are you?
The LUT.XYZ said guys top like good boy. Lucy Wakeford said hello babe.
Hello, beautiful.
Jeffrey Market Cap has said you were gaming last night. I missed it.
Yeah, I was not on for very long. I was on for like 40 minutes.
The LUT.XYZ said doing black ink first, or what?
So, a blackout requires passes. So, we're trying to circumvent doing passes where they're not necessary. So, what I'm doing is I'm outlining the stencil in black. And then I will black out the areas around where I've outlined. And then I'll put the white ink where I haven't blacked out. So I'm tattooing an inverse tattoo, if that makes any sense. It's something I haven't got like enough experience in to like be over the moon.
LUT.XYZ said definitely Min, I understand 100%.
So I've done like 2 projects like this and they came out so good. So I'm very confident, but it feels like very uncharted territory. So but don't tell my clients, I'll tell them that this will go super well, so. But you can't hear us.
The LUT.XYZ said, but I dad love you man, enjoy your other.
Okay, cheers Pluto. Peace out, homie.
Viriosi said, hey, welcome back.
Hey, thanks, Fari Aussie.
he said.
Is this at least more enjoyable? What's up, okay? You're gonna add your message after the exclamation mark T, bro, otherwise it doesn't come through.
Fiery LC said the core earlier were awesome.
The koi were pretty fun, yeah. But they're, unfortunately, they...
Milos Velimirovic said talk like this winking face.
What's up, Milos? How are you? So I can't stress how excited I am to tattoo blackout and white ink on blackout. It's just too much fun.
Ash McBy said hello.
Hello Ash, how are you and Natasha doing? I haven't seen you guys in a while. I hope you're well. What's up, Esan gang?
Ash McBy said okay, and you. Work has been busy.
I'm good, I'm good. No, I didn't assume that there was any beef. I hope there's no beef. But I just haven't seen you guys in a while, so I just wanted to find out if you're good and genuinely mean that. Not just like, hey, how's it?
John Laverty said, is this where you are putting white ink on the blackout from several weeks ago?
So no, that's a different blackout. So this is the blackout from last week, Friday.
That free market campus said I never that.
So I blacked out his upper arm, and in December I blacked out his lower arm. Only shit thing is this guy's gonna be in
Ash
Tanzania when
McBy
the
said
plaster comes
you're
off.
okay. Just overworked. My car is running again.
Fuck yeah! Congratulations, that's awesome. My car's also running again. My bank account's just running up some money so I can go run with my car.
Ash McBy said my bank account is crying.
That free market campus said you go, but the card doesn't.
You go, but the car doesn't. What's up, Labo Mus? You must just check the text-to-speech function. Super easy to follow. If you use text-to-speech, I can answer you. Sorry guys, I'm just concentrating really hard at the moment.
Katie said, how do I text to speech?
John Laverty said this is an example of how to use the text-to-speech function.
You just text-to-speech to whoever asked. Caitlin, that's That's it. On TikTok, you just send a message. It's only on YouTube where you have to follow a command.
Jinx_blackout said hello.
Hello, Jinx. How are you?
Byriasi said, that's only on YouTube.
Thank you for the heart me, but Ash, for real, I'm really glad that you guys are sorted there. Yeah, that you at least have one car off and running.
The greatest swordsman said.
What's up, the greatest swordsman?
Rickerwitchy said, is this the blackout from the other day?
This is the blackout from Friday.
Ash McFly said, yeah, now we just need to find a way to make some cash to console my bank loan.
I know how you feel. I'm busy with that as well. I'd be down to pay you guys for a batch of brownies. We can switch to our usual arrangement after that, but a donation made in exchange is not a donation.
Jinx_blackout said, not like that, the greatest swordsman.
Thanks, Jinx. I appreciate it. Thanks for helping out the homie.
Willie Mate said.
Jason.CILLARS said, don't you just hate it when your cat wakes you up like this? Meow, meow, meow.
My cats are in a catio. Why is it all black? Hello, why is it all black? Hello, why is it all black? That's literally someone's spam. So it's called a blackout, which means that you tattoo like tons of black ink. And we're going to put white ink in the center. So this is going to look a little bit confusing at first. I need you guys to trust the process.
Moldy.bean said, will it
At
turn white?
Jinx_blackout said, blah,
Will
blah,
it
blah,
turn-
like that.
It will go white once I put the white and opaque and red ink in.
_the.cool.1_ said hello.
Moldy.bean said, oh.
So my approach on this is to line out the shape, and then I will black out, because on a blackout you are supposed to do multiple passes, but we did the basic pass to just get all the old tattoos hidden, because he had a whole bunch of tattoos under here that needed to get removed. And then I'm going to put the white ink on top of that, but only on the areas I haven't tattooed. I don't know if that makes any sense. So this looks a little bit weird to process at first, but it does work.
Jason.CILLARS said, can I ask why get rid of the Viking compass?
Lee Tariff said, hey, 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 hey.
Why did that sound like a crappy rap track? Okay. Silence TTS, show or
Offit
track.
said, real quick, have you ever watched Ray Zero?
Oh, hide user from this channel. Weed tariff blocked. Guys,
At Jinx_blackout said, bro, all black tattoo, black gloves, black.
Ariasi said, John's on it, I think.
nah, it was a hidden message. It passed through the spam filter so I had to open it. But John's good, bro. Nice day.
CILLARS said, can I ask why get rid of the Viking compass?
Jason, I was not ignoring you. Sorry, I was just addressing the spammer that was going to be read on the text-to-speech for like 5 minutes. So we aren't getting rid of the Viking compass. The Yggdrasil is actually being tattooed in inverse. So what we're doing is we tattoo the stencil line, which I've already done. And then I black out the outside of it, and you'll only see the Yggdrasil come through again nicely once I start adding the red and opaques in.
Meliodas D asks that I never saw this tactic.
At Jinx_blackout said, bro, I just farted.
Oh, thanks. Please remember to follow if you like my content, and yeah, I'm very excited to show you guys what white ink on blackout looks like.
So said how much these tattoo.
Quotes you can get via DM on TikTok. I do not quote over live streams. It's a community guidelines violation.
Keep real said hey shitty.
Kai said a blackout.
What's on?
Don't people view it as racist?
I mean, you can view a blackout as racist, but black people aren't black, and blacking out your sleeve has got nothing to do with race. Like, this is in no way got anything to do with that. I feel like people nowadays are so soft and sensitive that they will relate anything or pertain anything to a message that has some sort of meaning to them.
Cart said, hi, I'm new.
Hey, what's up, new? Pleasure to meet you. Guys, please remember to subscribe on YouTube. I see we've got like over 100 viewers.
Meliodas DF said, so what's the hardest tattoo you did?
The hardest thing to tattoo was a penis.
Being said people are soft now, actually.
Bro, like, I'm #1 guy to sign up for...
Jinx_blackout said, and my brother just farted.
Real said, is this the guy who you didn't tattoo the elbow? Or is it
yes,
the other guy?
it's the guy who I didn't
John
tattoo the elbow.
said, welcome AK
Yeah, I absolutely love doing crazy tattoos, guys. Like, blackout is crazy.
Said anything can be racist if you are left enough lol.
No, I feel like intent is everything, and to call a blackout tattoo racist is
Baby said this
stupid.
doesn't look nice.
It doesn't look nice to you.
I've said whips are font tattoo. Kibriel said okay. Wax up, bro. Jason.CILLARS said my mom said I need to get my whole body blacked out.
How many bad tattoos have you got, or does your mom just want to see you in pain?
At Jinx_blackout said, damn the paper.
Yeet said, how long does it take to do a blackout tat?
So usually you do a primary session.
Keep real said, did you tattoo the elbow? Or are you just going to leave it? Jason.CILLARS said, I don't think my mama likes me very much. Johan said, low quality race tat.
This has got nothing to do with race.
Said, question to the customer, does it hurt badly?
Damien, that one was actually out of line.
Said, why are you tattooing is black on a black tattoo?
Because you'll see, we're doing this.
Well, he ain't getting a corporate job.
He works overseas, bro. He gets paid. How do you think he affords his tattoos? Just because you're ignorant and you work at McDonald's doesn't mean that he can't get a job with his blackout.
You are my most favorite artist on the app, NGL.
Thank you.
Keep real said you tattooing the elbow today.
No. Bro's shaking his head as you ask. He's like, nah, fuck that. Guys, he was dead ass just fucking like shaking his head. You are not tattooing my elbow.
Said, bye, I'm going have to make videos.
Bye bye, Jinx. See you.
Zayza said, what are you making?
That Tolly tattoo that you did, is it FR?
Yeah, the Tolly tattoo I did
Keep
is for
real
real.
said Numbing Cream Man.
John Laverty said, Jason Vanderwall. The artist doing this is in Centurion in South Africa.
So how this works is...
DF said, bro, you should tattoo Shrek to someone.
I already did, bro. Check my recent posts.
AK Card said, why did you fart?
I haven't farted yet.
Meliodas D
I'm holding it
said
in.
what? Keep real said, so he just going to have a blank space on his elbow. XD.
No, we're gonna fill it in with something more realism or Black Rig themed. We haven't decided yet.
Rickowitzky said that was an epic Shrek.
The Shrekkening is real, guys.
Ash McPhee said it's such an antiquated view thinking tattoos mean unemployment.
It's such an antiquated view to think that getting your arm blacked out is some form of racism. I can't believe that mentality still lives around black
Earl
guys.
Zipper said.
Please guys, remember to smash the follow button. I really appreciate that. Or subscribe on YouTube if you're watching there.
Keep Real
Cool
said you should make a
_ kid said,
video
huh?
just for him sacrificing his elbow.
I think we should make a video when we tattoo his elbow. What do you reckon, bro?
What?
When we sacrifice your elbow to the Norse gods.
Freaky Kitchen Rat said.
Yeah, he's just like, yep, whatever you say, bro. Cool story, man. I'm gonna book him for his elbow session, then he's gonna phone me and be like, something came up.
Kitchen
I sent
Rat
an
said.
asthma video for Rika.
An ASMR video for Rika. My elbow, it is so. I feel like it's a little early for numbing spray.
Well, Andiverster said.
Your face is like, no, it's
Best
not.
child
On a
molester.
tattoo.
Yeah, send me a DM if you want to quote on a tattoo, and like, I love doing crazy tattoos, so
Cool _
don't be
kid
shy.
said.
The only thing that I don't tattoo is racism, misogyny, or like actual offensive content, but content that offends people because their minds are small, I'm always down
He
for.
said just make it good, please.
Of course I would.
Keep Real
Freaky
said you're
Kitchen
going
Rat
to
said,
have
how
to
are you,
sedate
Vine
the
Shotty?
bro.
Sedate him.
Pistak Cassio said, ha.
Hi, how are you? Why would I sedate him?
Oh yeah.
John Laverty said, Daryl Lucifer. Now you need to add your comment after that so it can be read by the AI.
But you guys have to just express a bit of patience today,
Keep
because it's
Real
gonna
said
take
when to get to the elbow.
it's gonna take a little while to
Rika
get there.
said why it's all about the experience, the pay.
Bro's paying me to hurt him, he might as well enjoy it.
Rikowicz said the pain.
I can't do with your facial expressions. You're like, excuse the fuck out of me. I'm just paying you because I haven't took another choice. Sorry if I'm too chirpy.
AK Hart said, Ohio.
Oh yeah.
Ya know who you should subscribe. Shitty Wizard Tattoo said, you uden tag mean lieben Freunde.
Keep Real said okay.
Guten
Good luck,
Tag,
Shitty
mein
Steve.
lieben
Tonight's bro.
Freunde. Guten Tag. Nicht
Cool
sprechen Sie
_ kid
Deutsch.
said, bro is
Ja.
gonna lose his arm.
Geil. People ask me, why do you make content? Clicks, likes, fame, geil. You guys are in for such a treat. Oh, you guys can see the Yigvis here.
Rikowicz said see canvas. You need to get loud cause I can't see the pain.
AK Hart said, what is the other app you're streaming on?
YouTube simultaneously with TikTok. Because they don't have mutual exclusivity rules like Twitch does.
Holy said, are you woo-woo?
Am I ooh?
Manga Man said, what is the point of this tattoo?
The point of this tattoo is to do something crazy and cool.
Family Adventures said, yo.
What's up, Family Adventures? So what makes it cool is that you have a very high impact tattoo. Like, you'll be immediately drawn to it when you see it in
I know
public.
who you should subscribe. Shitty Wizard Tattoo said, what's up, homie?
These are just pins and needles.
Pins and needles. And blackouts are really cool because it's a way to deal with a lot of bad tattoo workmanship done on someone's skin, or to get rid of something that's
AK Card
Covering
said,
a lot
what's
of
up,
space.
Said
Sock?
at Rikowicz.
John Lagerty said, Herr der Mayor. Guten Tag.
Ich komme aus
Ben B
der
said, what are you
Schweiz.
doing?
I'm from Switzerland.
Cool_kid said, is the
I'm
person you
from
tattooing
Africa.
is okay?
The guy's okay. He's still breathing.
Family Adventures said, what is the design like WTU tatting?
I'm tattooing a Yggdrasil, which is considered the Viking compass. If it's like loosely translated. It's Norse mythology and tribalism.
Carl
Mega Man
Carl
said, makes
"Hey,
sense
bud,
now."
at what point does the size of the tattoo become hazardous?
Hey, what's up, Just Call?
Ash McFly said be back later.
I'm
Just
not
need
sure.
to drive home.
So, what size tattoo do you want to get?
Rickowichi said, I have a great dislike for Excel spreadsheets.
Same. I hate Excel. It excels at annoying me. You guys are in for such a treat. You guys don't even know how cool this is gonna look. I know I've got the future sight for it, but I can't contain my excitement.
I know who you should subscribe. Shitty Wizard Tattoo set going AFK. And why the fuck are you tattooing the whole guy's arm?
Because I can. I'll see you soon, Herdemir.
And Mariana said,
It's Herdemir. So in the spaces in between the black, I'm going to put white ink today, and it's really going to look insane.
Donovan Kaching said, Amase Kent.
Away, Master Kent. What's up, bro? How you?
Carl said, reporting live for Shushu Kaka language.
What?
John
Carl,
Laherty
I'm
said,
going to
use the
report you to your mom for
text-to-speech
getting
function
tattoos.
so that the artist is not distracted by reading comments.
Wesley King said, this is my dream for my blackout well.
Come get it done by me, bro. I'm fucking down.
Wesley King said, how many sessions?
Flurky said, hi, is that the Viking compass? If yes, I love it.
So we did a single session on his forearm. He sat for 8 hours and we did the whole forearm's base coat of black. Now we're doing white on black. So what I've done is I've inversely, I don't know how clearly you can see it on the stream, but I've tattooed an inverse shape of the blackout. So I'm blacking out outside where I'm going to put the white ink. So I'm going to finish that first and then I'm going to... Is there any Ghost or Sleep Token fans here? Not my cup of tea, but they're not bad bands. They're just not my cup of tea. Personally, I'm currently...
Salon Rho Iota Rho Sigma Eta Lemon said.
Oh. And guys, remember, spammers do get blocked. It's not fun to block you, so don't spam.
Carl said, oh wow, so the blackout is a background.
Yeah!
Ralphie Ward Hopkins said, ha.
That's exactly the mentality. The blackout is the background here.
Donovan Kaching said, I want a solo leveling tattoo.
Please come get a solo leveling tattoo. I just watched half of the last episode and the episode before that this morning. It's so fucking good.
Carl said, would you be able to drop a little twinkle star at the back end, create a vibe?
A little twinkle star. Do you mean like you want a twinkle star as a tramp stamp? Do you want me to make it look like there's a shooting star coming out of your poop hole? Just asking. Thanks, King James, for the rose. Guys, please remember to smash the follow button on TikTok and the sub button on YouTube. I appreciate the support. And if you double tap your screen, it gives us a like. Woo! YouTube is very intrigued
No name
by the
said,
blackout.
I'm assuming there's a real person.
This is a real person. I'm a real person. The person I'm tattooing is a real person. Just because he's a little bit despondent does not mean that he's not a real human being. Not everybody was taught how to regulate their...
TikTok's for you said.
PS2 controller. We do not tolerate racism up in this house. Cheers, Brew. It was a pleasure meeting you. Get fucked. Ladies and gentlemen, spamming and racism gets you insta-blocked. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for understanding. Although I don't believe in being politically correct, I do believe in showing respect to fellow human beings. And one of the ways that we do that is to not
Princess
entertain
366
bullshit.
said this is epic want.
Fuck yeah, come get some blackouts with me, guys. I'm so down
No
to do
name
more.
said yet I thought he was BCIC twitching. Smoke Apex said how much do you love your job? John Laherty said we had a top score of 240 viewers for a while here on YouTube.
I can't believe it. If we get more people to smash the like button on YouTube, which is just double tapping a screen, it'll up the viewership. Yeah, I don't stream on Twitch at the moment. It's YouTube and TikTok. Run away, hide a message in a bottle. Sorry, I was waving at someone who waved in. Are you guys excited? We're getting there.
Rickwitchy said, oh, I thought the canvas is twitching.
Yeah, I was making a joke about the Twitch.
Classic Vish said.
What's up, the classic Vish?
Canis_Machina said that looks terrible LMAO.
Oh, that looks terrible. LMAO, Canis Machina.
Carlos91 said I'd
Thanks
be
so
curious
much.
if skin works like hair or walls like can you straight up do a clear white icon on a blacked out wrist?
You could, but you might need multiple passes. Canis, I know you're not used to this, but it takes an IQ to tattoo.
Random Meme said.
I don't have the highest one, but I have an IQ. What's up, random memes? How long did the blackout take? So the initial blackout that I've done on the forearm, that was one session of 8 hours. It goes all the way around. It covers the entire forearm from his inner elbow over here to his wrist.
As a slave in my empire.
Double K, but you won't be a slave master, bro, because you're a fucking slave to technology.
Canis_Machina said just joking.
Yeah, sure, Canis. 100%. Starts off with a fucked up comment, gets shout out.
Face fork sad but relief face said.
Prove you were just joking. Subscribe and send me $50. I tattoo, I got no IQ. Same, sometimes. It depends on what I'm tattooing. When I'm tattooing brain rot memes, I've got no IQ. But this tattoo takes IQ.
The Princess 366 said just subbed my fiance definitely would freak out to have a session with you.
Fuck yeah, I'd be so privileged. Thank you so much. Thanks for the sub. I appreciate it. I'm from Sweden.
Kangaroo8 said Sisika subsid
The guy from Sweden, if World War III starts, can I bring my family to your house? Can we live in your bunker?
Said looks amazing.
I'll tattoo you for free if I can live in your bunker. I'll be a good boy. Watch my behavior.
Suki said.
White ink on black is a 500 IQ move.
Hot Boss 420 said good morning host mad respects.
Yo, what's up, bro? Why is YouTube so nice today? You guys have such a vibe. I really like you guys today. Like very little cuntiness, a lot of mad manners and kindness. Maybe I just have bad luck.
said Canis sounds like a strain of rectal thrush.
Oh, come on, Carl!
Alastair said.
How?
Jenny said, where is your shop located?
In Centurion,
I'd like to
South
try
Africa.
a new tattoo.
I'm in South Africa, bro.
Kangaroo8 said thanks.
Thank you guys for all the viewership, and thank you very much for spending time on my live streams. I know that you guys have very valuable time.
Tom said hello, I'm new.
Hey, what's up, New? I'm Shitty Wizard. Pleasure to have you on the stream. numbing spray helping you? Just a little.
John Laggerty said, looks like my brown boots aren't getting polished very well today.
Oh, you good, bro. We have such high viewership on this stream and such little bad attitude.
And said,
John
"Any time
Laggerty
spent on
said,
your
hello,
life
Tom.
is worth every minute."
Alastair said that pattern looks very difficult.
The thing about this tattoo that's a real challenge is because
Alex
I'm
Linzer
tattooing
said,
in
whose arm
verse.
are you tattooing? And I'm new hand pink waving.
Hey, what's up, bro? The challenging part of this
Tom
tattoo
said, hello,
session is
John.
working in the inverse and trying not to cross over
Carl's
the shading
91
onto
said,
the...
please support my business. I'm selling repurposed whisks as scalp scratchers, 57 Rand, 0.65 cents each.
Please don't mute Carl, anyone. Carl is a
Andrew
homie.
said, bye, this is not my type of content, but I felt like saying hi.
It's all good, bro. Thanks for
Tom said,
being
guys,
mature
let's
about
all
it.
like the stream now.
I'll see you next time, bro. Thanks anyway for stopping in. Have a lovely day. I like it when people can be like, yo, bro, not my cup of tea. But anyway, cool.
said, liked up and shared out. Hope all is well.
Thank you so much for the shares. I love it.
And GA said, are you making a big black square on his lid?
I'm making a big
Real
black
Dimkish
shape.
said, ultra kill is cool.
I'm going to be doing...
Alex Linzer said, can you say my name?
I can say Alex Linzer.
Kangaroo 8 said, bye.
Bye-bye. I'm very capable
Frank
of tattooing.
Escalopez said, hi, I am new.
What's up, new? I am Shitty Wizard.
D1 said, hi.
You guys will see it come to life in a little bit, but right now, if you guys can see the shape of the Yggdrasil through the black work, that's basically what I'm tattooing and blacking out at the moment, so that I can make space to do the white ink in the middle, so that the shape itself becomes very
Arjun
pronounced.
said, why are you doing that?
Because I'm getting paid.
The Life of Jason said, every morning, I try to start my day with a cup of coffee, and sometimes, a little surprise side shark. Alastair said, I want a butterfly tattoo.
If you want a
Jake
butterfly, I'll
underscore
tattoo
boy
that
said,
too.
sup dog, I'm playing Minecraft RN.
What's up, bro?
John Laggerty said, hello Frank Eska.
Every time I hear someone say they play Minecraft, I just think about the epidemic of YouTube streamers that play Minecraft.
Carl's 91 said, honestly the shape in the background could be the Galactic Empire insignia from Star Wars.
Except it's not. It's a Yggdrasil from Norse mythology.
Alex Linzer said, can you say uwu face blue smiling?
Can you say UWU? I can say UWU. Thanks for
Retro
the
said,
follows.
my
Thanks
name
for the
is
subs.
Tristan.
What's up, Tristan?
Mario said, what up?
What's up, Mario?
Arjun said, I mean, why does he want a big black square on his leg?
Okay, so what happened is my client had a couple of really bad tattoos. Laser surgery or cover-up was the option. I couldn't give him a viable cover-up because he had a lot of patchwork tattoos that had like sort of blown out and smudged. So he had a lot of black mess on his arm.
Yeah, June said, Dame, does audio not work?
Yeah, the audio does work. You just got muted. So what happened is we were put in the position where it's laser surgery or blackout, and with the blackout at least there's more potential for tattooing. So I can then take shapes and I can tattoo tattoos in white ink over the black, which is what I'm doing at the moment. So,
Arjun said, I get it now, Todd.
so the whole purpose of this is to create like a black background first and then tattoo over that.
Why are you living this?
Because it's my career. I love tattooing blackout. I know blackout isn't for everyone. It's a very extreme format of tattooing, but it's a lot of fun to tattoo. And it gets the crowd hyped up.
Puppeteer said, I need Inishuk tattoo on my ankle.
Yeah, June said, anyway, before I go, I respectful say I support Kanye.
Okay, but that's nobody fucking asked. Anyway, I need an Inosuke tattoo on my ankle. Come get it. I'll do
What
it.
is the weirdest tattoo quest you have ever gotten?
I tattooed a couple of
What
lines
the
on
history
someone's
textbook
penis.
said, oh okay. Alex Linzer said, haha, I have to study, so bye, good luck, and I won't see you again, so bye bye. Hand pink waving face, purple crying face, red droopy eyes.
Okay, Alex. It sounds like the Ritalin or the meth is kicking in. It's one of the two. Anyway,
Yeah,
go
June
John
on.
Laggerty
that's
said,
the
oh
point
crap.
Nobody asked, but I
This is
answered,
moving
don't
fast.
you love the freedom of speech?
Yeah, you're welcome to have freedom of speech, and we're also welcome to call Kanye an anti-Semite. He needs to get fucked. Anyway, there we go.
Jordy said, hey, hey, hi.
Ian
Hello, Jordy, how
I
are
said
you?
I'm gay. Laughing
Yajun
face.
said, I know Kanye is you know not the love, but he made graduation.
Graduating as a stockbroker isn't graduating, I'm just saying.
The history textbook said, did you ever do a tattoo from a
Yajun
show?
said, I mean an album.
I know what it was. I was making a joke, bro. Did you ever do a tattoo from a show? Yeah, I love tattooing anime and geeky tattoos, so if you like
Carlos91 said, at Tattooist College, did you ever go over that like porcupine needle tattoo technique?
Brayden said, why is the tattoo so dark?
because it's called a blackout, so it's got to be black.
Arjun said, I thought it was a lead. In XX I said, I'm gay D.
Enox, nobody cares. It's 20.
John Laverty said, 3 men walked into a bar. The 4th one ducked underneath it.
Jordy said the pink gloves are
Arjun
always
said,
my
I thought
favorite.
it was a leg rolling on the floor laughing.
Yajun said, la, wait till I get my money right.
So basically what you're telling me is you're not going to be able to afford tattoos for a while. I hear what you're saying. That's very Kanye of you. To a place where
Chris River said, hi.
Hey, what's
Book
up?
the
How are you?
history textbook said, how many tattoo colors do you have?
For this tattoo session, I have 4 colors set out. I have red, black,
Yajun said, anyway,
white, and
I
opaque.
don't support Kanye, but
Julius
his music
Montemayor
are
said.
amazing, so yeah.
His music's mid, bro.
Brazen said, will all that black dissolve, or is it part of the design?
Yeah, the black is part of the process, so...
Lily Easy Star said, hello.
Hello, how are you? So, I think my client would be pretty disappointed if I
Jordy
told him
said,
he's
how's
gonna...
Canvas feeling?
He's feeling.
Danny Jimenez said, is that a cover-up?
Yeah, it is a cover-up. It's a blackout. So my client had a bunch
Shrill
of
Kraper
bad
said,
tattoos.
reverse Michael Jackson.
But it's getting reversed twice because I'm gonna start putting white ink in the shape over here. You guys gotta stick around for
Lily
that.
Easy Star said, PM.
Duckshire YT said. Book the history textbook said, I have the talking stick now.
What the fuck is a talking stick? Is it like Plank from Ed, Edd and Eddie?
Lily Easy Star said, cool.
King Julian Crown Raccoon said. Lavender Poot or said, hot.
Hey, what's up, bro?
Yajun said, anyway, I want a tattoo so
Danny
bad.
Jimenez
but
said,
I'm
was this
trying
all
to
in
go
one
ahead."
session?
I want a tattoo so bad. Bro, you're giving
Book the
away
history
why you
textbook
listen to
said, this thing
Kanye
is so cool,
every
but
time you
Lily
speak.
Easy Star said, cool cat.
Duckshire YT said, hi guys.
Hey, what's up, dudes?
Curious
Last
updates
week I met a lovely
Korean
Khoisan
said,
man, and
I'm
although we
Brazilian.
didn't understand each other's language, we just clicked. Oh, fuck.
Shrill Crayfish said, King Julian.
Like that,
King
dude.
Julian Crown Raccoon said, so not the lol mode.
Are you South African? Yeah, I am. So not to lol mode. Bro, I'm doing
Lavender
tattoos.
Food or said, are you doing a tattoo?
No, bro, I'm just fucking around and finding out. On live stream.
Annie Jimenez said, was this all in one session?
Nice. So he did a 8-hour session to blackout from the elbow to the wrist, both sides of the arm. And this is our second session on this arm so far.
The history textbook said, can you change my voice to a more girly voice since I'm a girl?
Yes, we will have
King
that
Julian
feature
Crown
up soon.
Raccoon said it was a joke.
So if you guys subscribe and you watch my content, it will help us monetize faster. As soon as we can monetize, we will hand out custom voices for people
Jan said,
who
is this
do
the
paid
blackout arm
subscriptions.
from other day?
Yeah, it is the blackout arm from the other day. So to add value to you as a viewer, we will give you really cool perks if you support the stream financially.
Shrill Crayfish said, so I was going down on my grandma when I tasted horse cum.
Said I love
What?
Thought to myself, maybe this is how she died.
Tattoo, you get those. You need help.
I love tattoo because they look so good. Well, expect the neck tattoo. If you get those, you need help. Bro, your English is confusing me. Thanks for following. Thank you for subscribing.
Union official said. Danny Jimenez said, looks painful. Props to the client.
Blackout tattoos are painful, bro.
Duckshare YT said, I'm on a plane going into Japan using my brother's phone. BC, I found out he is cheating on his GF. I called and told her, so yup, I'm watching this YT live.
What? That's so much extra information in parentheses.
Jordaby said it looks amazing and deliciously painful.
It is painful.
Book the history textbook said, do you know Object Show XP?
Do you know a book called
Shrill
Object Show
Crayfish
XP?
said, EU official said, straight to jail.
Straight to jail? Guys, I'm so excited. I can't tell you how exciting it is to do something crazy. Crazy tattoos are just fucking like, wow! I feel like a kid in a candy shop. I'm gonna tattoo some white ink on blackout.
Duckshare YT said, brew, we want a face reveal RNN.
You want a face reveal? Send me $10, I'll do it.
King Julian Crown Raccoon said, what room doesn't Skeleton hates?
June said,
the living
what
room.
is it?
It is a Yggvisir, which is the Viking compass. Kanye wouldn't know shit about that.
John Laherty said, Shrill Crayfish, was that official saying it to you? Heyoka Hyanengroom said, ha.
Hey, what's up?
King Julian Crown Raccoon said, is this your arm?
FRANN said send $100 for a face
Sam
reveal.
Iam said, is this in South Africa?
Yeah, this is in South Africa, bro.
Book the history
Jordy said
textbook
you're
said, help a
underselling
kid
your
in a
face
candy
photos.
shop is funny
They can go for
TBH.
at least $40. Carl just said going back to
350.
Lady Voice
Danny
Pirate
Jimenez
is
said the itch
instinctively
during the
clearing
healing
my throat.
process is gonna be
After the
nuts.
emphysema machine.
What?
Rikawitchy said TT
Going back
is
to
so
the lady
bad
voice
with
title of
I'm going
instinctively
over to
clearing my
Ringo.
throat after the emphysema machine.
Gobble-a-Juck said, what the?
Hmm? Oh, yo, Coke. I can speak Afrikaans. Spill tea. Stop spamming, bro. I'm giving you a timeout. Use the text-to-speech. It's not rocket science. And don't spam, bro. I don't give a fuck if you're from SA or not. The rule goes for everyone in chat. The itch during the healing process is going to be nuts. Danny, you're not wrong. I blacked out his upper arm the other day. He's feeling it. TT is so bad with me. I'm going to over.
T is spamming.
I'm going over to Red Note.
Duckshare YT said, I can't send $10. I'm broke and spend it all on makeup and skincare and clothes. PLSS do a face reveal loudly
I
crying.
can't.
PLSSSSS.
Considering he's sweet and a god.
What?
I can't
Danny
defend him.
Jimenez said the itch during the healing process gonna be nuts.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong, bro. Never mind.
Book
Is
the
Canvas, are
history
you okay?
textbook said NBM.
Are you okay? Yeah, he's fine.
Rikawitchy said Canvas, are you okay?
Whoever
King
said...
Julian Crown Raccoon said Sigma BOI.
King Julian, please don't brain rock my live streams. Thanks, bro.
Yang Jun said Lebron or Jordan.
I don't fucking care.
Jordaby said he's fine for now.
Mergatcom _ the real sus McKay 10 Thievedalkit with a pew pew said, can you kiss a man?
I have kissed a man before. Not my cup of tea. Don't like stubble.
Anaduma said hot. Honey Bun Bunny Gotcha RBLX said.
I
Book the
prefer something a
history
bit more
textbook said,
refined,
is this your arm or
softer,
another arm?
less masculine. Hi, man.
Casey
what's
said,
up,
"Hi,
Casey?
man."
Guys, please double tap your screens.
Millicent Bystander said nothing good ever follows the term Sigma.
No, as soon as I hear Sigma, all I hear is stupidity. But like the genuinely stupid kind. It's not even like retarded, it's like stupidity. It's like there's no hope for that.
Yai Jun said, what's going on? In the other chat, feels like a 12-year wrote that.
I mean, you're not far off, bro. Bro, this
Josie here
sounds...
said hello.
That sounds like the one time I watched Dosey's Star Set and it's been translated into 3 different languages, but they didn't remove the other dubs, and I was trying to listen to all 3 voices. Bro, that's what happened when you and the other person hit send at the same time. I was like, what? It's like confusing dialogue. Hey, what's up, Josie? So what we'll probably do is for people that support the stream with monetary value, they will get the text-to-speech and everyone else's comments will just float. I think that's
the history
a fair...
textbook said, how do people get mod in here, or do they not?
No, people do get mod in here.
Mads 13 Endus 861 said hot.
Capybara Slayer, don't tell me what to do. I can swear if I want to.
Capybara Slayer said, don't sweet ear.
I bite my thumb at people that tell me what to do.
Canvas, can you touch? I need a hurdy juice fix.
Jordan said I listened to a Turkish show dubbed in
What?
English and subtitles in Italian.
Letitia
Okay, take the call. It's cool. My client just has to take a call and then he'll be back. Why are people so hangry? Be kind. No, I'm chill, bro. It's just when people send me like shitty energy, like negativity, then I reciprocate it. Hey, what's up, Letitia? John, are you still on, my bro? If you are, can you tell me how many likes the stream got? Because I'm curious, because it's our highest viewership concurrently ever. The client will be back in a moment, guys. Please be patient. He just had to take an emergency phone call from work.
Millicent Bystander said, how is everyone's day going?
It's at 15
Carl's
thumbs up.
said,
Come on,
it
guys.
sounds like one time I watched a doxy on Starsat that had been dubbed in 3 languages without removing the other voices. It was chaos listening through 3 languages at the same time.
Yai Jun said, can you like
The
Tattoo
history
like
textbook
heaven
said,
and
do you
hell
have
combat?
tattoos on yourself? Israt Hassan said.
Sorry, guys. I just got an important message. Just reading that. Can you like tattoo like heaven and hell combine? And a combine harvester. I can do that if you want. Hello, Milan. How are you, bro? I saw you there.
The history textbook said, is he back yet? Kalia said, what is your favorite band or song?
No, I tried to go back to Shinning
He
Pro
wants to lie on
and
that
it was
couch.
trash.
And so does Ryder.
Okay, cool. Jonna, I tried to go back to Shining Pearl and it was trash. Nah, dude. Just call. Don't even stress about it, bro. Just go back to fucking Hard Gold where you belong. In the good era. Back when
Boss
Pokemon
Grim
was
said,
worth
I
watching.
swallowed 3 million unborn kids today.
I mean, congratulations. I guess.
Pew Pew said, Ina.
Is your tattoo sore? Your tattoo shouldn't be sore, or are you just saying the blackout is sore? Textbook, what? Is he back yet? No, he's still on call.
Said, no, bro.
Oh, your tattoo's not sore, then good stuff. That's all I wanted to know. Guys, I still have to make up.
The process when you get it, mine is.
The process when you get it, mine is. Yeah, no, the process when you get it is dog shit, bro. Getting a tattoo done hurts like hell.
Shinkick said, hey man, how much do half-sleeve tattoo prices vary? For example, if I want to do geometry black work, is it gonna cost as much as realism or trad in general?
So Shinkick, there isn't a simple answer to your question.
Said, I ate
Because
5 homeless people cause I thought they were watermelon grinning face.
So Shinkick, how it works at my shop, it varies from person to person and shop to shop, but how it works with me is that you book a session for a consultation. We plan out your tattoo project.
Boss Grim.
And then we decide from there how much it's going to cost based off the estimated time. I do overestimate on purpose when I'm doing large-scale projects so that you as the customer have a bigger budget and a realistic expectation of outcome, and hopefully we come in under that. So every style varies in price depending on time taken to execute it, if that makes any sense to you. Anyway, let's go.
Crackman said drink the ink.
No.
Pew Pew said and your work is perfect art.
I don't think any tattoo is perfect, but I do think my tattoos are pretty clean, and that helps.
Waiting for that from Eureka.
I need hurt tattoo hurt.
Robot face said.
Crackman said that looks like it hurts.
I mean, blackout is cock sore, bro. So, are you good?
Yep.
WTWZIE orangutan said. Shinkick said thanks for the detailed explanation.
Of course, bro. I always try my best, and you asked a really valid question, and you proposed
the history textbook said this is the first person who answers his commenters.
Well, bro, I try my
Memo
best.
Collector said.
Sometimes
Charles91 said, can you black out my entire nip and squiggle chest hairs to look more like Homer Simpson?
Yes, I can, bro.
Jordan
Let's
said,
do that.
Oh, that's a cute triquetra.
It's not a triquetra, it's a Yggvisir.
Crackman said drink the ink.
No, you're gonna have to pay me to do that. Interesting facts that you didn't know about. Did you know that tattoo ink is completely safe to put under the skin,
Asna said tattoo.
but could lead to complications if ingested?
Innocent bystander said blackout is so cool.
I think blackouts are fucking cool, bro. I want to get a blackout, but I don't know where.
Aiden said I have returned once again to rain hellfire upon your
A
sanity.
penny? Nah, bro. If you give me like 1,000 USD, I'm on board. I've got you.
Ripawitchy said canvas crying is welcome during your time there.
He's like, I know.
Wow, with stomach acid. Crackman said penny.
Carls91 said, has anyone seen the Revengers knockoff Avengers with incredible fella Detective Horse and Fedora Dave?
Byria Cicera beat John Marston, Chromacopia. Now why would he do that? F-Orion and said...
No, there's a few people who would be like, oh, okay, cool, bet. But I didn't expect it, so I was just like...
Vortex then said, why are you using black?
Because if you're doing a cover-up, so this guy had a whole bunch of bad tattoos under this black layer of ink. And that would have
Aiden
looked
said the
shit.
proper term is
Why
putting
did he
red
say
on
that?
canvas.
Because he can.
Or you're doing some water and black.
Yeah.
Millicent bystander said, I want one too, but it doesn't make sense with the amount of tattoos I have RN.
Oh.
I still don't have enough.
Carl said Jack.
I know.
Do a blackout with green.
The only reason why we haven't tattooed more is also because like I think your pain threshold changed when you started your previous job. I think that was also linked to your stress and fucking psychological traumas.
As Reeves would say, dude, this is my
Ampu
training
said
arc.
hi.
That was your training arc. Hey, how's it going, guys? I've got some
Ripawitchy said,
tea,
canvas,
but I
I'm here
can't
for
say
you
it
or
on
your
the stream.
pain.
Yeah, some tea that I can hear about.
Yeah.
I'm not hearing about tea.
Because we don't chat drama.
We don't chat drama on the stream.
No,
We
bro.
chat about how we've been doing. And good vibes.
Licensed pharmacist said, spanking myself with my feet pretending it's you.
What?
Whoa.
Are you referring to shit tattoos or like gang/racist kind of tats?
When you say bad tattoos, are you referring to
John
like?
Lafferty said
No.
Rick
They
drives
were
on other
actually like.
people's pain.
Sorry, I mean this sounds like I'm being rude, but the previous tattoos that are the blackout are covering were very badly executed.
Only the artist who did it should feel bad.
No, bro, like I don't want anyone to feel bad. Just they were shitty
Millicent
tattoos, and I couldn't
Bystander
cover it
said,
up.
MAO what?
Don't
Carl's 91 said, Jono, I have a stellar idea.
Yes.
Let's black out someone's entire arms in green so that on green screen they look like Raymond.
So you basically want me to
Said,
commit
"Do you like
someone?
Roblox?"
No, I don't like Roblox. The amount of sexual predation on children on Roblox is just unfathomable.
If somebody showed up
What's up, Scooby?
and wanted to get a Roblox tattoo, would you do it?
I mean, if they're over 18 and it's not like anything sexual, I'd do it, but still, I think it's stupid. Like,
Jordaby said Scooby Dooby Doo. Where are you?
oh, Raggy,
said
those
he
were
was good.
innocent civilians. Like, yoink, Scoob, those were innocent civilians. My voice is horrible. What's up? I'm just busy
Anything
blacking
said
out my
at
clients
Jordaby
off.
Girl in Pure Law.
Sonic, YT,
This Morocco
said, are
said
you a
I
human?
missed yesterday.
Am I a
Morgan
human?
Ethan said, how
130
much
for
did
free
that
today.
tattoo gun cost?
Jordaby said Jinkies.
It's not a chink, yoink, Scoob. No, this is not a fucking tattoo gun. It doesn't go rat-tat-tat-tat-tat. I didn't order a tat gat. First rule of deciding whether or not someone is ready to learn how to tattoo is, do they call it a tattoo machine or a tattoo gun? If they call it a gun, send them back to school.
If they call it a tap gun?
Ethan said,
Slap
Raggy,
them and then
where
send them
are
back
my
to school.
resticles, Raggy?
Where are my vesicles, Raggy?
Rikawichi said, not anymore.
So, how are
Definitely
you
Market
doing,
Kappa
Mr.
said
Jordan?
tattoo thingy.
I'm alright, and my friend.
How's it feel to have your brain back to yourself?
Dude, it feels pretty remarkable. Not gonna
Ethan
lie.
said, but you know
Jordaby
what I
said
meant,
they're
so the
trying to
question
ruin
still
Scooby-Doo
stands.
by making another live action.
I'm like, how
They're
many-
going
how
to
many
ruin
chats are you following? Jeez.
I'm
Luker
running
said, can you
YouTube.
shout out my cat? Cheese.
Can I shout out your cat Cheese? What's up,
Charles
Cheese?
91 said, I imagine this is how Steven Seagal sounds at every audition he's ever done. Nathan Dykeback said, furs at work?
Force at work. Yeah, the chat does work, bro. It's not a scam, bro. Do you know how much effort goes into scamming people, guys?
It's a lot.
It's a lot, bro. I'm
Nathan
fucking
Dykeback
lazy
said,
as
does
shit.
it work?
I scam myself every day. That's all I know.
Hi, subscribe.
Thanks for the subscription, bro.
Jordaby said scamming is some people's full-time jobs.
Yeah, I know. I've dealt with some of those full-time scammers.
Rikawichi said, is any 3KO in studio?
Yeah, maybe. Could be. It's a possibility.
Ethan said, what is your opinion on the Neuralink chip? Luker said, Romania is L or W.
The Neuralink chip, I mean, bro,
Sonic,
we're
YT,
acting as if we're not
said you can
And
play
he
fucked as a
basketball and
species.
table
species.
tennis, lil bro.
You can play basketball and table tennis, little bro. Guys, we're nearing the point where I have to start putting white ink in. Who's excited?
Me, I'm excited.
Of course the white people are excited.
There's so many poor taste jokes you can make about.
Yeah, there's only so many poor legal bad tastes you can make.
Yeah, that's why I'm not going to say any of them.
It's okay, there will be red and
I'm
grey
not
in
at-
it.
I'm not at my old work, so I don't have
Luker
to
said,
make
is
those bad
Romania
jokes.
W? Sonic, YT, said yes I can. John Lagherty said I am excited to see the finished product.
I mean, you're looking at it.
XPYM 2.0 said hi brother, cool tattoo.
Hey, what's up, bro? Thank you very much. The hardest part about this is like checking where you've already tattooed and where you have to tattoo with the black, because if you come to
Rikawitchy said this is getting interesting, thinking face white ink paint incoming.
it's not that bad, Rika.
Luker said OAOAOAOAOAOA's weary face.
Stop spamming, bro. Thank you.
Aiden said I just find it fucking crazy that we went from fucking telegraphs and letters and shit like that to having VR headsets and AI in the last 100 years.
I love how we went from extremely complex conversation to skibbity. Like, how we went so far, but we went backwards at the same time. That hurt? Yeah, it does hurt. Are you guys ready?
Jordaby said, the past 200 years in general have been wild.
Sonny said what's the worst tattoo to get?
A permanent one.
Millicent Bystander said Socrates once said, skibada.
No, he did not. He very much did not.
Bear said
Fizz, you just won
Rikawitchy
yourself
said,
a
"I
big
want to
award.
How much do you ask a tattoo?
Yeah. It varies on what you're getting tattooed. Fizz just won himself a complete permanent block.
Nice. Don't you need mods again?
No, I have mods. The thing is that I have to stop the text-to-speech myself, and obviously there's a delay between my...
XPYM 2.0 said, can you say?
What does a sleeve cost?
A sleeve
Mister set a
costs-
dragon on my lower back.
Carl's
A lot of
91
money.
said, please ban that stuttering prick.
I already did, Carl, bro. I got you sorted, bro. I was done banning before he even got to his 5th H. I just muted the text-to-speech first, and then I banned him.
There are specific trolling
Michael
policies,
Block
yeah.
said. Borussia Dortmund said, what's the price for tattoo?
My day rate works out to like $300 USD, but I get paid in South African rands, which I charge 5,500
Even
for
said,
my
if
day
you
rate.
don't mind me asking you, victim, what did the tattoo that was under the blackout mean? Genuine question, you don't have to answer if you don't want to though.
Do you want me to answer it, or are you good? So my client was
Carnage underscore up and said,
a guinea pig for a friend of his who was learning
John
how to
Laggerty
tattoo.
said, shitty wizard,
Anything
fastest
said,
blocker
is
in
it
this
hard
live.
to color pack on top of field black ink tattoo?
Giolbo said, hello.
Scooby, it is pretty hard, but if you know how to saturate, you get a really good outcome. So what I did is, I did the first session of the blackout on his arm a couple of months back, and then today we just outlined the shape, blacked out around the shape, and now we're putting the white and gray ink over
shitty
it.
wizard, can you say on Russia?
I cannot speak Russian, bro. I'm being honest. I'm from Africa. We just know how to talk shit, bro. That's all Africa's good for, to be honest.
Would you say there'll be like a touch-up session?
So usually you're supposed to do between 3 and 4 passes on a blackout. To my understanding of the guys that do it like full time.
Guy Jones said, don't your hands get tired?
No, because I'm using a wireless pen machine, that's really, really good for like longevity of career. Because the amount of vibration that goes through my
Borussia
fingers
Dortmund
is
said,
very,
what
very
country
little.
are you from in Africa?
South Africa, literally the country called South Africa.
Aiden said, and poverty jokes.
Oh! But South Africa is quite a joke. Not the people, the politics, unfortunately. So as you guys can see, the tattoo is starting to take some real shape here. So you guys should smash the subscribe button and follow along as I progress on this journey with my client. He's going away for a little while, then he'll be back, and then we'll do another session of white ink on black. I think he'll like me again in a couple of weeks.
Borussia Dortmund said, "Hey sugar daddy."
I am certainly not what you think I am. I'm also not available. Very happily
Totally
married.
not. 3x3 said hello. Smiley face.
Hey, what's up, bro?
Eden said, "Careful Dortmund." Wildflower said, "Do you do
Just
pet tattoo?"
JD, my beau said hey.
Hey, what's up, JD? How are you, bro? I'm kind of sad I'm not going to get to tattoo your mom this holiday. Why can't she
Eden
come on
said, "Don't
Saturday?
let Co see that."
Jeffrey Market Cap has said, it's the Germans again.
Germans are welcome as long as
Just
they're chill.
JD, my beau said I'm good on you.
I'm good, bro.
NKK said at JD, Ari, what's up?
I had a really
Borussia
good game
Dortmund
with
said,
Juan
"Real Madrid
Diego
or
said
Barcelona."
hello.
Barcelona.
Just JD, my beau said
Muna
and
Zayrik
3K
said.
and 3K0 hey.
Anything said are cool. And I didn't think too much of a race wall. I was curious because I'm also tattoo artist too.
Are you also a tattoo artist? That's cool, bro. I didn't really care, but
Eden said, "When is the next
How
NSFW tattoo?"
Cassidy said sorry if that offended, I guess.
nah, bro. That thing fucking
And
bothers
Saigon
me. I'm
Collective
chilled.
said, was it my guy? Were you based?
XQYM 2.0 said,
Sir,
"How
said
much
you
do you
grow
earn
cool work."
approximately per month?"
Thanks. Huh?
The LUT.XYZ
How much do you earn
said,
approximately
"Oh,
per
exclusive
month?"
Guy.
I get about $900 that I take home approximately. But that's because I invest a lot of my earnings back into my shop.
Willowcorn said,
And
And Psy.Collective Collective said, was it my guy?
I'm
Were
quite
you
cautious.
based?
I'm based in Centurion, South
Carl91 said,
Africa.
"I left my job recently, so I've been getting into FIFA again and attending high school house parties. I dusted off my baby Milo and Ed Hardy merch. And got a
Anything
flat
said,
feet
Yitzhak
Chicago
gave up
Bulls hat from
Unsolved
Market.
Mysteries and became tattoo artist.
Yeah, Scooby gave with solving mysteries, became a tattoo artist. That's cool, bro. Tattooing's a lot of fun.
Borussia Dortmund said, "I show the meat to make you feel complete. I show the meat is something you can't believe."
I don't.
John Laherty said, "Use the text-to-speech function like I have here. It is less distracting to the artist than reading comments."
Except when they're talking brain rot and circles, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on in people's brains?
Michael Block said, "As a tattoo artist, do you know how much it is possible to do cover-ups for scars?"
Yeah, bro, Mr. Block, I do cover-ups on scars. I'm actually doing one tomorrow. Unfortunately, I won't be
JD, my
able
beau
to
said
live
I
stream.
will tell you on WhatsApp, bro.
You good, bro?
As Collective said, are portraits more your thing, or are you good all around?
I would say I'm pretty much like an all-round artist.
Borussia Dortmund said, "When will you show her face?"
When I get $100 via PayPal.
PayPal.
Yeah. My PayPal link's in my YouTube bio. It's easy.
Don't you know? Wait, actually, no, I'm not gonna say it on screen.
What?
Han777 said, "You are so good."
You can, you must watch out.
What?
If somebody reverses the
F.
donation,
Arian and said, no, make it $1,000
smack your
law.
account with a fine.
Oh,
Andrew
well,
Spam
I
said,
don't-
why do you got two different clothes on?
Two different gloves on, because it's just I like using the difference. I like using different color gloves. They're both like safe to tattoo with.
Borussia Dortmund said,
It
"Where is
makes
this
it
place?
interesting.
I want to come."
Centurion, South Africa.
He likes to confuse and annoy everyone.
Yeah, bro, I like pissing on people's batteries.
Carl said, Jonah, you're actually a really good person. Keep being you, man.
It's because I've got
Hey,
cool
so
friends
does
like
that a
Carl,
Viking
keeping
tattoo?
me in check, making sure I never become a Pokemon
Andrew
scalper.
Spam said, what design is that?
It's the Yggdrasil, which is like a Viking compass. I wanted to become a Pokemon scalper, but Carl stopped me because he's a good person.
Hand777 said, why do you put a bag on the hand?
A bag. Because touching people's blood is gross and disgusting. No offense. Like, everybody's blood is gross and disgusting. It's so that I don't get any of that super special hepatitis or HIV. And so my client doesn't get my germs and stuff on their tattoo. It's a mutually beneficial relationship.
Andrew spams said AIDS.
Think of it as like a condom for the hands.
Eden said, careful Carls, if the blood see you wearing a Chicago Bulls hat you could get hurt or killed. Man, respect to you though, man.
I don't think they're in South Africa, though. You can wear what you want in South Africa.
John Laherty said, everyone on YouTube, please double tap to like the live. It will help the artist.
Thanks, John.
Anything said, but you are right though.
Carl's
with the
91 cent a
saturation
bag
that
is
can
because
come
it's a
together.
rental from Barack Wanted
So
Morgue for
cool.
practical exams.
And the nice thing
Banana
is...
Brianna Banana said, cool tattoo.
Thank you.
Aiden said, that is what I call them. Hand condoms.
Hand condoms? They are hand condoms, though.
They look less sus than finger.
There's a reason why no glove, no love is a term in tattooing.
Stoyanov Pashlev said. Aiden said, here's Johnny.
What's up, Johnny? I suppose. How are you doing? And the nice thing is,
Dave's Playground said yellow.
if you tattoo, like if you drag your opaque grey or your reds or your white over the black, it actually heals up pretty nicely. Doesn't really stain it.
Donny said, warning for infection HIV hepatitis.
I mean, I don't have to warn my clients about anything because him and I are practicing safe consensual tattooing. Yes.
Is there a spot? Can I just plug in my laptop over there?
Borussia Dortmund said, hi
I
Shane.
prefer not on that one.
I'll plug in over here, it's fine.
That plug is the extension cord plug you can use.
Yeah.
The one against the wall is not vibing so hard. Hi Shitty, what's up, bro?
John Laherty said, if you like what you see here, please subscribe. It helps the artist, and it allows you to be notified when he is live tattooing again.
Thanks, John, for all the shoutouts, bro. You're an absolute
Aiden
legend
said,
of
what
a
is the
moderator.
oldest person you have ever tattooed?
I've tattooed people in the 80s before. Honestly, older people are so cool to tattoo. Do you need me to top up that numbing spray again? Bro was like, just
Tony
subtly
said,
hinting.
you not safe. Don't contact blood.
Me every 5 seconds.
You not safe, don't contact blood. What are you on
Aiden
about?
said, I bet the canvas gets all the bitches.
I'm pretty sure he can get bitches as a tattoo.
777 said, what is the most tattoo you have been requested to?
Infinity symbols. I kind of like need to run to the lure.
You want me to entertain the trolls?
No, there's not really any trolls. Everyone in chat's pretty well behaved. Let me quickly just take this off. So, You know how to... Have you ever moderated a YouTube
He
live?
said, never mind, you had to use numbing spray or not a real man.
I mean... I'd like to
Death
see
Squad
you
said this
sit
is
like
some
a
kind
champ.
of tat work my old buddy who smoked meth would do. Aiden said real men take the pain, lol.
Death Squad, I don't think your friend can saturate black.
Ethan
That's
said
okay.
debatable.
Hello, Ben Lena.
Ehan777 said I like your work.
Thank you very much.
Donny said please test it for HIV 1/2, HBsAg, anti-HCV, herpes, syphilis.
You've got some interesting takes. So all you gotta do is if someone spams while I'm gone, you just click on their username and you click hide user on this channel, that's a ban.
Okay.
If they aren't spamming, you can just, guys, I've left the moderator on the screen, so don't do that.
That squad said it wasn't disrespect, my bad G.
No, it was disrespect, bro. You said, this is some tat work that my old buddy who smoked meth would do. That is disrespect, bro.
Ehan777 said I am liking this live.
Thank you very much for liking. Okay, I'm gonna be back in 2 seconds. I just need the bathroom desperately.
By the way, Jordan.
Donny said sorry, I pray for you by respect for artist.
How's it going?
So, nice to meet you, man.
B said looks pretty nice.
Yeah, it was.
John Laherty said the artist appreciates that Ehan777. Aiden said hello my friend. You appear to be bleeding from some new orifices on your body.
Yep.
The B said are you gonna clean that up?
Yeah, it'll get cleaned up in a moment when he's back.
Super.
Robin
Said.
Downing said, hey, where are you based?
I can come back just sounds like I work, yeah.
Abe Nelson said so you did that on purpose?
I mean, tattoos. Yeah, this is part of the process
Young
of tattooing.
Mod said, Ola.
The B said lick it up, joking. Gary's edit said hey.
Young Mod said, hi,
Super.
Streep.
Said does it hurt at all?
Yeah, guys, Jono will be back in a moment.
Young Mod said, hey, chat. Young Mod said, hey, guy with tattoo.
Hi.
Absolute chaos.
The Night Rusher said was that all done with the shader?
I mean,
I tattooed the whole thing with a 5-round
The
liner,
German duck
guys.
said lick me.
Lick you. No.
ODSD said what tat you getting?
The LUT.XYZ said, I see red, red,
Said.
red.
Yeah, it's the red ink.
Young
Maymunis
Mod
Short
said,
said.
peace signs.
it's the good red ones.
Young Mod said, hi, other boys, over.
Hello.
Shamea Pikako said. Sunny said what's the coolest tattoo you've done?
I rate this tattoo is actually pretty cool, bro. This is anything where it's white ink on
Night
black.
Rusher said you say 5 RL.
I'm joking. I'm joking. I didn't really use a 5RL.
Said imagine if someone asked you to do a blackout on their dick.
Young Mud said battle of the text to speech.
No.
The German Duck said what tattoo?
So I'm using a 17 round Magnum with a tight grouping. Gets the saturation in really nice. Sorry guys, I had to bump out to the loo, and while I did that I put some Bactine on my client just to
Young Mud
help his
said
blood.
Random guy said what's UPP?
What's up?
The German Duck said cool.
White ink on black is so much fun.
Omen Odich said hi.
So what I did is I did a blackout session for my
The
client
Night Rusher said
a
are
couple
you
of months
South
ago.
African?
Yeah, I am South African.
Random guy said nice.
I did a blackout session for him a couple of months back, and now what I did is I outlined the shape that we're tattooing, blacked out around it again for his second pass, and then I'm now
The
layering
German
in
Duck said how
Young
long
Mud
does it
said hi
take?
random guy.
my whites, opaque grays, and
I
reds.
said hi, is this tat about Kandam or Amanda? The African religion?
Huh?
Aiden said oh
No,
you
this
want the
is-
battle.
This
I'ma
is
take you back to my German ancestry side. Creative _ me said show all your tats.
no, don't feel like it. I don't like receiving commands.
Robin Vanwood said, are
The
you
Night
based
Rusher
in
said
South
lekker
Africa?
lekker, that's really
Cape
cool
Town?
man.
No, but I am coming to Cape Town in
The German Duck said hi 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 hi.
German duck.
I'm dubious said what is the weirdest tattoo you've done?
What's the weirdest joke? Robin, I am not based in Cape Town, but I am
Don't
traveling to
listen.
Cape Town end of April in May.
Even Truett
So
said from which
I'm going to be
hunter?
there from the 30th of April until the 15th or 16th of May. So if you'd like to book a tattoo with me while I'm in Cape Town, please, please, please do hit me up on DM. The sooner you DM me, the sooner you can get a booking.
Aiden
I've got
said
like
haha I
a
didn't
few
even have
slots
to
left.
say anything before German Duck got banned.
Yeah. Moderators are on that.
Young Mod said hi mods. Firiossi said good night everyone, am falling asleep.
Good night, Kim. See you
Robin
tomorrow.
Vanwood said, that's
Thank you.
awesome, thank you very much, and will do.
Yeah, bro, just touch base with the team and be like, hey man, I want to book a tattoo session with you while you're in Cape Town, and then we'll make a plan. I will be at Comic Con Cape Town as well, guys, and I have confirmation
Aiden
this
said,
morning.
Have you seen this man's channel?
I have received confirmation that I will be in Comic Con Joburg
Tab
as well.
1D _ 43 said how long have you been doing tattoos?
Just started my 5th year of
Aiden
tattooing.
Truett said is it from Witch Hunter?
No, it's from
Firiossi
Norse
said, see
mythology.
you tomorrow. John will still be on YouTube.
That's okay. Thank you so much, Kim. I appreciate it. I hope you have a lovely night's rest.
Slovakia said already looks amazing.
It's really, really cool. This is something that is very exciting for me because I've seen the healed result twice now on projects I've done similar to this, and they really look so nice. So with me knowing that my client is going to look after this, I'm pretty confident. Thanks for subbing. I appreciate that. Knowing that my client's going to look after the tattoos, partially what excites me so much, because I know that this tattoo can't really go wrong if it's in the hands of a good client, and that's always exciting. Just one more night on the chandelier.
Eden said, Jojo, how many women have you slept with before you met your wife?
That's kind of a personal question.
Slovakia said, how long have you been doing this?
You guys will not believe me, and that's fine, but I have a body count of 1.
The MR Trombone channel said, freaking frunk. Horse Girl said, what is your favorite tattoo?
I love doing anime and geeky tattoos.
When your next
Eden said, haha, well, it's better than mine.
Oh, body count isn't a flex, bro. My wife is my one and only, bro.
wholesome. Extremely wholesome.
I've had opportunities, I've just not been interested. That's not even something to be embarrassed about. Everyone makes this big deal, oh, you haven't had sex. Okay, cool. Sex is pretty pointless if it's not with someone who you can, you know, have a relationship with, so you can explore all the wonders of it. So people that brag about
blackout sleeve to cover an old tattoo.
The blackout sleeve was to cover a bunch of patchwork tattoos that were blown out in a mess. So anyone that flexes a body count is basically telling you that they're lonely and they want
John Laggerty said, I am going to be slower getting to spammers because I cannot hear them on my wife's phone first.
Okay, no, don't stress. That's okay, John. I got you.
Dab1D_43 said, can the person you're giving the tat can hear us?
Yes, he can.
Bull Winkler said, I heard they were making laws against the Pokemon. He said, how old are you, Jojo?
Did you hear they were making laws against the Pokemon because of me? How old are you, Jojo? I'm old enough to tattoo people. Party hard rock and roll, drink a fifth and smoke a bowl. Nathan, are you okay, bro? It's giving lost energy.
Danny said, hashtag free Pokemon.
I mean, that excites me. If they're going to make laws against the Pokemon, that means that Pokemon are real, which means we can catch them. Either that or people are trying to get laws made against fictional characters. I'm like, okay.
Eden said Joker, no Joker, it's an animal Joker. There's no laws against the Pokemon Batman. Joker, Joker, no. Fortnite STW item said there is no God and religion is a big scam.
Okay, so we don't talk about politics or religion in my
Yul
chat,
Winkler
so
said, but at what cost?
just leave that
Horse Girl
topic
said,
right
how
there.
long have you been doing this?
What, this tattoo? We started at
Dax
3
Max
p.m. so
subscribe.
thank you for the subscription.
Dav1D_43 subscribe.
Thanks for the sub. So we're sitting on...
Danny said the state of Texas is trying to make laws against certain anime content.
I don't think that there's anything wrong with regulating what's made in terms of anime content stuff, because there's a lot of shit like what you call it, like lolly hentai and shit like that that should be banned and fucking stopped, because it's basically pedophilia with a mask. I don't think it's funny at all. But I also think that you shouldn't be putting rules and regulations out on stuff if you're not also willing to like imprison people for actually doing shit. Well, forget imprison, like real repercussions for people that are doing shit with kids.
Danny said that's exactly what they're targeting, and I agree.
I 100% agree with it, bro. Like, I saw someone complaining about it on an anime group, and I just stated my point. It's like, bro, they're trying to stop...
Taku said blackout white. BTW, I have returned from the land of sleep.
Welcome back, Kaio. Just in time for John to go get some sleep
Luker
too.
said Romania is W or L.
Well, Romania,
Ethan
I've
said,
never
"You know
been
what
to
I'm
Romania, I
going to
can't
do
have
to
a
this
comment.
thing, Batman. Joker, it's an animal. You can't do that. There's no laws again, the Pokemon Batman.
We get that, Aiden. That was
Robin
mentioned.
Vanwick said, is the tattoo almost done, or is there more stuff that you have to add this tattoo?
So like when I'm done here, which I'm almost done with the section, I'm gonna probably check if there's anything where the saturation of black isn't clean and carry on with that.
Taku said, oh, okay, I'll switch over to YouTube so John can sleep.
If he wants to. I'm not his dad. I just know that his missus has just gone to bed, which means he's soon to follow suit.
Anna_quest_user.chicken_nugget123 said, hi, do you remember me?
What's up,
Danny
chicken
said,
nugget?
back in the topic of tattoos, is it true that white ink will yellow and ages worse than other colors?
No, and yes. So the white ink takes to
Milos
the under...
Velimirovic said we need to make a song. We don't diddle kids. It's no good to diddle kids.
No, we...
Chuchulutu don't diddle kids.
I feel like what we should do is proactively...
Meta_quest_user.chicken_nugget123 said hi.
I feel like we should just proactively...
John Laverty said, Luker, if you bring that up again, I will be using my mute boots. Dav1D_43 said, what time is it for you?
It is now... What time is it? Like 4:30 p.m.
Eden said, you know what is also completely disgusting and horrible? There is a site called Sex Stories 69 and it has tween and underage and zoophilia stories. Absolutely
Robin
horrible.
Vanwick said, are you live on
We
YouTube
didn't
as
need
well?
to know that. Yeah, I am on YouTube as well, Robin. I don't feel like that was necessary to share, considering it's really kind of out of context, but it is disgusting to know that that shit exists.
Kootaku said, Luker met the 1 minute hole. I have arrived, John. Milos Velimirovic said, it's always sunny in Philadelphia.
I wouldn't know, I've never been to Philly.
Dash Astro said hi.
What's up, Dash Astro? Okay.
John Laverty said, welcome to the party, Cook. Danny said, what were you going to say about the white ink?
Well, I was gonna say, with the white ink, how it goes is that it does go with a little bit of discoloration, which does tend to go a bit more on the yellow side, but it all just depends on your natural skin tone. So basically, whatever your undertone is what the tattoo goes.
Don Scalp Out said, what does the tattoo mean?
It means tattoos are cool. Hey, how's it going, Mace? I'm good. Just busy. Waiting for that vaccine to kick in so that my client can feel just slightly less pain than he was minutes earlier.
Otaku said, whoops.
Don says, what does the tattoo mean? Tattoo means my client's got a cool tattoo. It means this one.
Unlaggerty said, Don, the tattoo is of a Norse mythological compass. Aiden said, anyway, back to what I was saying. Who else thinks that if a person commits a crime against children they should be sentenced to being thrown feet first into a wood chipper?
I agree with that one. 100% Aiden, I'm on board.
Aiden said, not the whole PLS anything but the whole.
What music is this? This is brutal slamming death metal. It's Cane Hill. I've
No, I
never...
mean the sound is fine.
No, I hate that song so fucking
No,
much.
I wasn't saying.
Disturbed ruined it.
They did kind of ruin it.
Everyone's like, have you heard the Disturbed version of this song? Yes, I have. Please stop. I used to not be disturbed, but then I heard Disturbed and I became disturbed.
Otaku said, oh, we back to political conversations on YouTube. I see man face palming light skin tone.
No, it wasn't really political conversation. We were talking about the fact that in some states they are banning some anime and manga due to the fact that it's got lolly hentai orientation.
Please don't throw me into your deep hole.
And I feel like that is a fair assessment. It's something to note because there have been, unfortunately, some very unsavory undertones in the anime community and they had to be turned down. And I agree with it. So I didn't feel like it was out of context or out of line.
Velimirovic said, I don't agree. Sentences should be proportional, and its purpose is not only punishment. Death penalty is not appropriate in free societies.
Death penalty is appropriate if you're going to hurt children. You can't give them their innocence back. You can't give them their fragility back. It's something that once taken is taken. And I feel like there's boundaries where there is room for adjusting and rehabilitation, and there's boundaries where it's just too far gone. It's like in South Africa where we have people who are repeat offenders because there's no actual what's the word?
Aiden said, Milo's explain look please.
This is why we don't chat politics. Now we're dropping the subject. But anyway, the point stands. If there's no substantial consequence for actions, they will be repeated. But anyway.
Shayakez said, I used to eat bang snaps thinking they were pop rocks.
I don't know what bang snaps are. Thank you for the follow.
You blacking out my arm again.
No, not your. that sounded like
OMG,
a
remember me from
complaint.
earlier.
No, I'm just making sure that I do the second pass where I need to.
Aiden said it sent too early.
And I'm also letting the color saturate so I can see if it's patchy, so I can go over it if I have to.
Milos Velimirovic said, why would life in prison not be enough? If someone is wrongly sentenced, you cannot give them their life back.
Milos, I understand that perspective is also very true. But anyway, we're going to drop the topic of politics because unfortunately it leaves too much open to opinion.
Those little firework rocks that you throw on the ground.
You're not wrong, Milos, and I'm
Eden
not.
said, in some state in the US are pushing for the death penalty against people who commit child sex crimes. Alice Treatnick said, remember me from earlier? Aiden said, such as Florida.
Okay, but Aiden,
Lil's ex said, is he bleeding or
I
is
said
that
the
a poet?
topic has to be dropped because the thing is, you might be able to debate, and so might Milos,
Chicken
but
Nugget said,
then
why
we
are you
get
blacking out the sleeve? Are you
because
covering any previous tattoos or is just stylistic choice?
no, it was a cover-up. So guys, that doesn't mean that
Milos
you guys.
Velimirovic said it's not really politics, more lawmaking. Sorry, as a lawyer I like this topic, but I understand. My fault.
No, Milos, I don't mind your perspective, bro. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to very cautiously say.
John
I don't think
Lafferty
I have an
said
objection with the
Lil Sex.
conversation.
That is excess red ink leaking out of the skin.
But the thing is, it is technically politics. Lawmaking does fall into politics. And the thing is, because it's opinion based, it can get out of hand. And as you know, I don't like that kind of, what do you call it, line of conversation, because you might be objective and so might Aiden, but then you throw another person in the mix on the conversation. And then they're not objective, and then it becomes a shit show.
Starfish's Dragon said, B3Y0N0R1Z0N said. Lil's ex said, oh okay John. Aiden said, yes sir, I could go all day with this, but if you insist I will quit.
See, with you I'd be happy to have the debate maybe as like a podcast kind of context, but not with just the general viewership, because as you've seen yourself, everybody has an opinion and not every opinion deserves to be heard.
Alice Treatnick said, perspectives are nice, but talking about politics on lives aren't exactly safe, as someone might not agree with something you've said.
Unfortunately, and then people use that as a weaponized tool against you.
Maxim subscribe. B3Y0N0R1Z0N said, why is it bleeding?
Because it's being saturated.
Istvanokro said.
Just working on the area around the compass. I promise I won't try and do the whole
Wally
arms
World
there.
said, I've been in American prison. The mentally ill Chesters don't leave, they get taken to a mental hospital just before release date. Noon sees M again.
I mean, that's kind of
John
a good thing.
Lafferty said it is excess red ink leaking out of the skin.
Yeah.
B3Y0N0R1Z0N said okay LOL. Aiden said, next time you do a gaming stream I may bring this up again, so we ain't talking about this round the canvases.
No,
Otaku
Aiden,
said, don't scroll down, I am
unfortunately.
now scarred.
Aiden, it won't be...
Milos Velimirovic said, we have a saying, opinions are like asses, everyone has one.
100%.
Keep Real said you're very talented to do a tattoo on a full blackout too.
Hatsman said, why is it
Thanks.
recent and other parts aren't?
Oh, this is actual red ink though. Up top here.
Alice Treatnick said, question, doesn't it bleed because the needle constantly punctures the skin over and over, putting ink inside? I can't remember what the ink goes in, but yeah.
Yes, it does. It breaks up the capillaries, which are small blood vessels beneath the surface of the skin, leading to some blood leaking out. But I am actually tattooing with red ink, so I'm not bullshitting entirely, only partially.
Impo said, why is it in plastic?
Oh, so I tattooed a. Wait, let me grab a thing.
Jayakez said, is the tattoo support to be a rune on his arm?
Yeah, it will be. So I blacked out his arm last
Aiden
week.
said, but some people's asses are bigger than others, lol.
The thing is, right, I feel objectively speaking that
Haxman said, why is one part bleeding and other parts aren't?
because some
Keep
parts
real said
are
show the
just
elbow
freshly.
law.
Show the elbow lol. You mean the non-tattooed area? Don't give my guy gas about it. Let me tattoo
Alice
your elbow.
Friednick said, oh, thank you very much. I want to do tattoos. Are they fun to do?
Tattoos are actually very hard to do properly, and it's a very.
Eden said, did you also see a big muscular black man when you scrolled down? I did.
Just gonna go to the bathroom.
Okay, the bathroom.
The bathroom.
No bathroom.
Also gotta remember that I'm not being micromanaged, so I don't actually have to say what I'm doing.
You do you, boo.
Bo said, lol. Haxman said, do you have any advice on how to gain subs?
Nope, bro. I'm new to YouTube myself. I'm busy with figuring it out as I go. Like, I mean, I've had 30,000 individuals view my stream today, and I've gained like 23 subs. So, I've got no advice.
Eden said, the dude doing 500 push-ups. Impo said, why is it in plastic wrap? Is his arm like my sandwich?
No, so it's not plastic
Keep
wrap,
real
it's a
said,
second.
did you tattoo white first, then red?
Yes.
Haxman said, oh, then are you hungry?
I'm always hungry. I just wrapped up the section of tattoo that we already completed last week in a second skin plaster, and it's still wrapped up. That protects the tattoo from infection, and the thing is, we covered quite a lot of surface area, so it's one of the safest methods to prevent a bacterial
John
infection in the
said,
tattoo.
Haxman, the best way to gain subs is to make content that everyone wants to see. Cuba Musset said, hi.
Hey, what's up, bro?
Keep real said, so he basically had to cover up on each other, law.
Yeah, but the thing is, the guy was a guinea pig for a friend to learn how to tattoo, and the friend was the relationship soured before
Is it
he
from
could.
something or an original design?
It's from Viking mythology.
Kotaku said, Aiden, no, I saw a Chinese woman eat raw alive squid, nauseated face. Whiteheart said, hi.
Hey, what's up, White Hart? So the thing
Alice
is,
Treatnick said, maybe we should not be saying some things BC, they seem kind of rude, they props aren't, but as someone with black family maybe word it differently, very so BRR what?
I live in Africa, so
Axman said, where are you from?
I don't
and how
feel
is
like
your day
blackout has got anything to do with black people, because
Aiden
black
said,
people
OMG,
aren't
what
Keep
black.
real
the
said,
hell?
how much you charging for this one?
I'm charging a fair rate for it. As you guys know, I don't talk about quotes on the lives because it is a community guidelines violation. Yes, you can actually get muted, banned, or revoked.
Keep
Or
real
quoting
said,
on a live stream.
R200.
No. Like I said, I'm not going to quote on the live stream. Thanks. Done.
Aiden said, Alice, I'm sorry if I said something that may offended you.
No, it didn't make me offended.
Real
I just
said
think
more.
I think people need to not be so sensitive about certain topics. Offense is something that can only be given, it can't be taken. Yes, if intention does matter though. So if you're saying something with the intention to hurt someone's feelings or emotions, that's very different from
Axman said, where are
speaking
you
freely.
from, South Africa?
Yeah, I am from South Africa.
Alice Treatnick said, no, not blackout, sorry, some people are saying things ABT people like chimes, women, black people, and it sometimes seems a bit rude.
Okay, well, in South Africa, I'm not validating. I'm explaining. In South Africa, we don't we don't see calling someone by their cultural heritage, so black, white, Indian, colored, etc. In South Africa, that's not a derogatory comment. I feel like that's a social difference.
Say it a bit nastily.
I don't think they were meaning it
X-Man said
nastily.
LOL
I
against
think
from that accent.
because it's a negative connotation to what they're referring to, but in South Africa we don't refer to someone, or at least...
Sorry, was creaming my arm.
No, you're good.
Pete Brill said okay shitty. See you later.
Oh wait, see you later. But in South Africa we refer to people culturally quite openly, but it's never like, well, at least from my circle and my experience, the people
Eden said,
don't
"I know
refer
what
to
you
people
mean by
negatively what they mean by that.
Can I help?
The problem is when you start mincing your words though, it starts becoming political correctness, and then that veers from the truth very quickly. I've seen it scale.
Let's treat Nick said, Anna, maybe don't say that, go.
If I feel like something is being said in racist terms or in bad taste with that, I will have it shut down. I don't have the energy for that.
Say hi to Lucy for me.
I will.
Miss
I
Beaver
will.
said big huge balls. Kootaku said we literally have to mark our race on government forms, LOL.
Yeah, but I hear what the person is saying, because I mean, if you think of it from a perspective outside of being South African, people don't refer to each other the way that we do,
Alice
which makes
Nick
sense
said,
as well.
Misty, don't say that.
What did Misty say? Misty.
Kootaku said Alice, but I was creaming my arm, Umbreon was dry.
No, but Kayotaka, you can't be moderator and troll. You're gonna have to turn down the troll, because you've got responsibilities now. That looks fucking sick.
Alice Nick said, let's not.
Yeah, you can go pee. Do you also want to
I should check
I'm
that
holding it
high.
in, I'm about to piss myself.
No, it's fine. You can go to the toilet. No harm, no foul. Okay. Client needs to go to the loo.
Did he get jealous?
Let's not.
He wants a bit of freedom again.
The LLD said, how's Cooper doing?
Cooper's doing okay. He potentially had a new home, but that fell through.
Eden said they all GTG.
Okay. They y'all gotta go. No, you good. The conversation in YouTube is confusing the
Kootaku
shit out
said,
of me.
okay, I was putting lotion on Umbreon, she was dry. Umbreon is my arm tattoo.
No, that's not what I meant. I was saying, so Alice brought forth an idea which made a lot of
Miss Beaver
sense,
said,
because I
is he a
haven't thought
devil
about
tattoo?
it. You just have to be careful about
Chicken
how we...
Nugget said the balls.
Is it the devil tattoo? No, Misty... No, whoa, hang on, too much stupidity going on there. I'll take care of that in a second. You like it? Yeah.
Chaotic. Toyotami said he. Miss Beaver said, what did I do, man?
So, I've been thinking since it was brought to attention. So, Kaya, Taku, I think you and I will also like work on addressing this. So, in South Africa, we openly refer to people depending on their cultural heritage. You know, white, black, Indian, colored, etc., etc. So, I think we should just change it somewhat. Hello, Natasha. Yes, I'm glad to hear you. So, we'll just stop doing that on chat, because outside of context of being in South Africa, it does or can come across as derogatory. So let's stop doing that. It makes sense what her angle is. So Alice is making sense. So I'm hearing that out. Take that warning away. What warning? Okay, I'll
Miss
take...
Beaver said, what are we talking about, RN?
No, don't worry about it, Misty. You just got warned for just talking like irrelevant brain rot. You could have asked what that tattoo was, but not immediately say that into the type of tattoo. Guys, we just need to chill. I'm too tired to fight. Respect the mods, mods will respect you, bro. Life is easy. How are you doing, Jordan?
I'm alright. Yourself, man?
I'm very well, thanks.
I know it's
Did you move over to Samsung?
Yeah. Black Friday was tempting.
Hi.
I went to like check out
Don't you
all of
say, how's
Africa
the
and
day
then
going, Jonah?
I was like, I just want to
John
ask
Laggerty said
how
Alice,
much
telling
fun
mods
is,
what to
and
do
it's like
will not work out well for you. And Co is a mod in this live.
100 grand isn't that bad.
Hey. Only immature people interpret that type of thing as racism. I hear what you're saying, ZZZ, but the thing is also we have a diverse crowd in chat, so we want to try and show respect, but we're just... I'm just saying speak with a little bit more caution, not necessarily be politically correct. Can't do that. But yeah. Ash, Natasha, I'm good. How are you? I just heard that you guys got the one car fixed, which is great news. I'm very happy to hear that. And the thing is, like, if we build the community up constantly, then we'll know who the cool people are and who the not cool people are. No, John Ellis was completely right. I did troll someone.
DL
Take it
Mongolian
up.
Tug Rick Ukrainian Rivnia said ERM.
Don't you have said it good? Yeah, one is fixed.
One car fixed, one down to go. So all I was saying is, like, I listen to what people have to say, and if they make valid sense, even if it's only partial, you know, even though they're not completely right, then you can just take the information from it
As
and
McFly
correct.
said at Natasha Card Goes Broom.
Dog goes broom. So at the end of the day, the whole thing is the self-development as a human being is really important. So the thing, if someone points out something, and even if you didn't interpret it that way, and you can see how someone else can interpret it, you can obviously develop your own
Steve said
self.
how much for a tattoo from your shop?
A lot of money, Misty. You're going to have to get a job in order to afford a tattoo.
Kim Rogers said.
Don't you have said room goes sweep?
Apple Juice said hey where are you from? Chicken Nugget said the mods here are a bit weird.
They're not that bad.
My mods are cool. My mods are people. Oh, Kim Rogers got instantly blocked. Oof. Vroom
Apple
goes
Juice said
sweep.
are you bro?
Are you from? I don't know what the fuck from means. Where are you from? I'm from South Africa, bro.
And Aurora said hi.
What's up, Hannah?
Miss Beaver said I make good money, I make 100 a day helping on the farm.
Hey, that's pretty good money, hey?
King Julian Crown Raccoon said hello.
Marshmallow said I felt summoned in
Apple
court.
Juice said are you
What's
from
up, Summer
Australia?
Test? No, South Africa.
Chicken Nugget said that bad loudly crying face folded hands.
$100 a day is not that bad. I mean, my day rate at the tattoo
John
shop
Laggerty
works at
said,
like
I will take that as a
$300.
compliment Chicken Nugget.
So if you work for 3 days, you can afford a day rate of tattooing. That's pretty good.
Booby said bouncy.
Apple Juice said I knew you are from South Africa.
Bro, said it in caps. Ooh. Where did you put the games?
I did bring for you.
Oh, I thought you put them there.
No, I haven't put them anything. Anywhere.
I get the bag of crisps. Thank you very much for getting that for me. Dan gave the petrol money.
King Julian Crown Raccoon said is it warm?
Oh, we didn't mind either way.
Chicken Nugget said John no. I had Co in my mind. Apple Juice said J.E. or T.E. Baser.
I've
Mistyver said face with tears of joy, 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 smiling face with smiling eyes, pleading face, smiling face with heart eyes, disappointed face, winking face,
Misty, you just got yourself a 24-hour mute for being a cunt for no reason. We don't tolerate spam.
Otaku said, I don't know why, but I got the sudden urge for a Roadhouse burger and chips.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
Thank you for getting these to me, I appreciate it. The lady thought I was fucking her around.
Apple Juice said, J.E. Bertie Baser.
So I actually had these games, I lent them to a friend and he just stole them.
It's normally what happens with stuff like that, unfortunately.
But I'm excited to play fucking Most Wanted with my son.
I mean, it's still an amazing game. After I saw them, like, do I just play it again on PC?
How is Sonia?
King Julian Crown Raccoon said, hi of this Niazi.
He's doing well. I mean, it's been a while since I've seen you and you've heard you. No, just this week she was dealing with a bit of back pain, but over it now. Besides that, just carrying on.
John Laherty said, Cole may be weird in your mind, but he is good people to me, and shitty wizard.
She's been trying, she's gone to interviews, she's almost been hired, but then nepotism.
Apple Juice said, J.E. Bertie Baser.
I think that might end soon with the sanctions that are being put on the country.
Chronic underscore back underscore pains 3 said coffee.
Problem is when you're looking at, so she was gonna start working for an engineering company as the admin, and it's like three directors.
Chicken Nugget said, alrighty, saluting
Two of
face.
them really liked him, the third one was like, oh no, it's like, you know,
King
my
Julian
house,
Crown
like my
Raccoon
cousin,
said cheese.
something, that story.
Yeah, I know.
We just go with the one he wants to. Who cares about getting
Apple Juice said, J.E. Bertie Baser. King Julian Crown Raccoon said, I subscribe.
Mm.
And you already know, I don't get salty easily.
Mm.
But the whole situation,
I'm subscribing.
John is consuming sodium chips.
I need the salt.
Fair enough.
Chronic underscore back underscore pains 3 said tomato. Kootaku said, John, who is good company, lost me for a sec rolling on the floor laughing.
You're good company. John is good company.
King Julian Crown Raccoon said, silent smiling face.
You should have seen the face my wife pulled up when I told her the name of the game is Midnight Club. So she thought it was something.
At least I wasn't juiced to, or something like that.
No, juiced is... No, Midnight Club does sound dodgy.
It does sound dodgy, but I mean, juiced to it actually.
Are you ready? We gotta...
Black
okay.
Birdie said, I said you are good people. Go.
I said you're good people. You're good people. No, you're good people. Hey, what's up, Rez? How are you doing?
Bumblebee said, yo, what's up? I'm in school. And bro, love your
Race
lives in
said,
kids. My
"What
history
about
teacher
you?"
walked out on us, so yeah.
Bro, Bumblebee, stay in school. Get off your phone. I love your support, bro, but don't fuck around. You're gonna find out. Which one is it? This one. This tattoo's going viral at the moment on Pinterest.
Yeah, they changed one. So I wonder how viral Hinata would go.
I think I'm gonna do for the hentai
Bumblebee
tattoos.
said, okay, bet.
I'm gonna start a Patreon so people can watch so I can age regulate and do uncensored streaming.
Ray said I wish I could watch the stream, but I got to go to class in like 10 minutes.
You good, dude. Rez, I'll see you next time. I appreciate you popping in. Please look after yourself and come visit us when you can. The edge of the world. Right. You can lie down again.
Ray said thank you. All right, see you next time.
I'll see you next time. Look after yourself, homie.
King Julian Crown Raccoon said, my history teacher became mad today and his face became very red, face red, droopy eyes.
Maybe you guys should try not to piss on your teacher's battery. Pro tip.
Bumblebee said, bye man, my teacher coming, catch you later.
Cheers, Bumblebee. Peace out. Thank you guys for all the subscriptions and thanks for all the likes and support. What are you doing there, step tattoo artist? Go work over here.
You really have to.
I do really have to. You do need a second pass where the black is supposed to stay black.
Yeah, put the other pieces.
I'll just edge it. Like slowly work my way there.
Ooh.
But this part shouldn't be too bad, is it? Is that manageable? Because now when you take off the plaster on this section, it's going to be pitch black.
King Julian Crown Raccoon said, nice work.
Thanks, Julian. My aim is always not to disappoint the client so I can make money off of them another time.
Birdie said, if you like what you see here on YouTube, please double tap the screen and subscribe to Shitty Wizard.
How many thumbs up did we
the
get?
artist with what he would like to achieve.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it, John. One day when I'm big and I'm in Australia, I'll come and tattoo you for all the shout-outs.
Roxy said,
What's up, Roxy? You have to type a message after the exclamation mark T.
Canopy Plays said I suck.
Bro, Banner plays, everybody sucks. Everybody sucks. Some people just suck more or less. Is this more or less painful than your bicep, tricep?
I just think my pain threshold is like
On holiday.
so out of sync.
Well, I mean, it's 2 consecutive sessions. Relatively consecutive.
John Laggerty said we are only at 26 at the moment.
Well,
I have been trying to boost it a bit.
I appreciate it. I know that not everybody is like keen on like liking and stuff, but they are watching.
Michael Murch EVA said Obi-Wan Kenobi hello there but on my ass. Canopy Plays said hello.
Hey, what's up? Okay, we can do that, but then on the other ass cheek we have to do General Grievous saying, General Kenobi!
MC said welcome back.
Brooke Ed said that's not white ink.
Oh, Brooke, that's mighty observant of you. So we've got white, red, and opaque grey in here. So there was absolutely no misleading commentary.
Julian Crown Raccoon said me remembering that I have school tomorrow loudly crying face.
I'm just blacking out a section
Michael
over here.
Murch EVA said I'm down.
Okay, well, when you're ready, let me know. A double ass tattoo. One General Grievous, one General Kenobi.
Akamadi said.
But should we give General Grievous a Hegao eyes?
Play said my balls.
And are your balls okay, Penelope? Because that's how much time you have left.
Oh, it's done.
But I did say I wanted to black out some of these
Yojin and
sections.
Sophia
Because you are supposed to
said
do
I
like
don't
2
want
to
to go
3.
to school tomorrow. I low-key forgot about it.
Your face is like, no, I've had enough, thank you.
Yeah, I know.
5 Tinky.Coyote Dash
I would definitely try and
said
cover
hello.
it,
I mean, you already toughed out a full day session the other day, so like I respect your perspective in this matter. Hey, what's up, Stinky Coyote? I don't want to go to school tomorrow. I low-key forget about it. I mean, go to school, finish it. You'll be wasting more of your life if you have to go back and redo something. Why would you do that? I have a large inside forearm tattoo when I was 16. 30 now. I'd like to rework. Where are you located? Garrett. I'm based in Centurion, South Africa. You can give me a sub and drop me a DM on Instagram if you want to follow me there. Shitty Wizard Tattoos on is my Instagram handle. And you can DM me there. We can chat about sorting out your tattoos. Yeah, I might not be locally based for you, but it'll be cool to have you fly out and come get a tattoo from me.
Don Laggerty said Peta P plays if you want to keep your balls, you might want to change your follow-up to your greetings.
John's getting spicy with the responses here. I like it, John. Does it feel better with the numbing? No?
No,
Just shit across the board.
yeah.
Okay, can I push you for 15 minutes instead of 30?
It's so damn loud.
Can I give 5 minutes?
Yeah.
And then we can play like, okay, cool, 5
Peta
more
P plays
minutes.
said please.
No, you're done.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Michael GDA said push for 30.
Push for 30. The thing is, guys, so this I have to do.
Michael GDA said don't be soft.
He's not being soft, bro. He had a 6-hour session on Friday and he's got
Gaming with
3-hour
Nikki 2
session
said, do
today.
you remember me?
Who's that? Gaming with Nikki too. Maybe I remember you. I tend to forget people that ask me if I remember them. Okay, that's it.
Dee said, are you covering that all?
So my client had a patchwork sleeve of tattoos that did not age well. Became a mess. So I blacked out his tattoo. So I'm gonna just turn your arm. I'm not tattooing your face.
Said hello.
So it goes all the way around. He had a full blackout on the forearm done. So now we started doing the second pass on blackout while adding the white ink, and I've added in some red as well to just give it some aesthetics. Okay guys, follow and subscribe because we're going to end the live in a few minutes. I'm going to quickly just do a few like videos and some photos.
Gaming with Nikki 2 said, what is that supposed to be?
It's a Yggdrasil Viking compass. But it's been tattooed as white, grey and red ink on black ink. It will most probably need a
Johnny
second
Bums
pass.
said any other tattoos later.
No. Just close your eyes, this is going to be bright.
John Laherty said, I wonder how fast Shitty Wizard would forget me if I asked him if he remembers me. Face green smiling.
Oh, for fuck's sakes, John, I can't forget you. You've been in the community too long now. You're invested.
Gaming with Nikki 2 said, that is cool. Michael GDA said, how long we working today?
As long as today we're done, eh? Today's like over. Okay, what else happened there? Something's... Okay, let me just adjust my settings.
Michael GDA said, why no marketing for plane?
Why no marketing for plane?
Michael GDA said, I'm sure their towers would be scared.
The reason why we didn't do a marketing video for the plane tattoo is because we were running quite far behind schedule. If you remember, we were booked for starting up at 11 o'clock in the morning. We started tattooing at 1 p.m. So I kind of had to get on it. I think the reason why we didn't make a marketing video for the plane was just because I was worried that people might think it's a little bit of a plain tattoo.
John Laherty said, this tattoo is awesome.
I'm writing that
artistry
joke out
is
until it's
something
dead.
else.
Thank you, John.
Michael GDA said, I blame the government.
No, 100% blame the government.
Michael GDA said, government.
lift up your arm there for me, please? Or you can put it down. I'm just trying to get more white background. Okay, guys. So that's it. My client has said he's had enough of my shit and he wants to fuck off back to Tanzania. So that's it. We're done for the day. Thank you very much, TikTok. I appreciate all the love and support. Please remember to follow.
Michael GDA said, cheers, should he check you on stream tomorrow?
Check you tomorrow, Michael. And then I want to just say thank you to my YouTube community. I appreciate your guys' love, support as well. You guys are fucking awesome.
Get home safe.
Thank you, Ash. I'll do my best. Thanks, Natasha, as well. And YouTube, thank you guys so much. Thank you so much, John. Thank you, Kaio Otaku. I hope you guys have a wonderful morning, afternoon, and evening. I'll see you guys later for some video games.
Edwin
and if not, then...
a blackout. Cool.
Thanks, Edwin. Yeah. I'll check you guys soon. Thank you very much for all the love and support. Please remember to subscribe, and then I'll see you guys next time. Much love to you all.
John Laherty said, have a lovely rest of your day.